So we're going to show a very simple one, a couple of escapes from technical amount. First one is just creating space and then getting to single leg X. So I want to make sure that my arms are in tight. I'm creating a little bit of frame because I don't want him to keep driving his knee down or pressuring in. And I want to create a wedge with my right thigh. So I'm going to forward snake and snake out real hard towards my left to create a little bit of space and then enter my legs in. Just like a small little nudge. So here, 1, 2. The problem is that I need to create this wedge here because then it's easier for me to keep this pinned to snake out. If I just here and I snake, I can't get anything because this leg is too mobile. So creating that wedge, bringing my leg forward, hipping out. Then there's a little bit of a gap. I could frame, bring my shin in, and then my left foot goes on the outside, so I'm in single leg X. One more time, please. So 1, 2, right? Because if I'm on my side and I'm pushing, it's too easy for him to get to seatbelt, right? I want to start rotating my shoulders towards Mr. Lee a little bit, framing, put in that wedge, and then forward snake, space, and then bring to single leg X. Okay? So let's start with that, please. Any questions? Very simple. All right. 1, 2, 3. If his heel is really close to my body, it means there's a little bit of a gap here. So in order to pummel underneath, I'm going to grip the pant, create a little bit of space, and then pummel under here. So if I can control his shin, then I can stop him from going reverse triangle. Kind of like when we went here, right? We're going just here. So now I'm on to my left side a little bit. I'm going to bridge straight up to my left. So I'm going to bridge up like this. And I'm flaring out my elbow. And then my left leg threads and I come right up to my knees. So I can shelf this, go to the back, single. If his leg stays on the ground, right, I can just knee pick and finish. So it's very similar to the one we did on Thursday, but instead of just pummeling, going palm to palm, we're gripping underneath and I'm just hooking here. Then I can bridge straight this way. I'm threading. I come up to my knees and then I can finish my knee. One more, please. I turn. Nice and tight. 1, 2. Bridge straight and come up. Okay? Just pop it out the back door, scissoring, and then shelf. Okay? Any questions? All right. 1, 2, 3. He'll go for this gift wrap, right? So I noticed that we were doing technical and S the last week. People are getting stuck in this position, so I want to show a couple ways to get out. So whether he has this grip or he has that Kimura trap, it both works the same, right? So what I want to do is, I don't want to go belly down. It's easier to expose my back so he can take my back. So make sure if you can go flat, that would be the best option. But since he has my arm and I turn, I'm making it worse. I'm going to push up my elbow a little bit and just frame. I'm creating a little bit of space here so I can use my forearm as a wedge to slip this out and then get right to my back. And then once you're on your back, you just do your standard mount escapes, right? So he's here, he's pulling a little bit, I'm framing up and putting on the telephone, and then using my forearm to wedge to slip and then go right to my back. One more time, guys. Here, push, in. I like to do this one a lot. This helps just kind of give you a little bit of time, just because when he's pulling really hard, it's going to be really difficult to do much at this point, right? Boom, in. Then I create this little bit of a wedge. I slip, I get right to my back, and then you can start your elbow knee escape. Okay? So let's start with that, and then we'll continue.
Very good. So that's what it looks like with the Kimura trap.
Yeah. So same thing for pushing, I'm coming in. So you can go on this side. I wouldn't recommend it, but it both works here. Here or here. Same thing. I'm slipping and I'm going. Okay? All right. With your partner, 1, 2, 3. He has that gift wrap, but he has it so tight, right? Go ahead and pull a little bit. He has it so tight, I won't be able to slip my arm in, right? I feel like I'm almost choking at this point. So what I want to do is, I won't be able to turn this way, but I want to create a little bit of space by turning to my right. I'm going to have to unwind it. So as I go here, I'm going to scissor my legs. My arms are going to come up, I'm going to rotate and punch. So you are going to expose your back for a moment, but think about like this. When he's here, think about like one machine starts pulling this and driving me down and I go belly down. You have to ask yourself what's better, gift wrap belly down or exposing your back for a moment, right? So he's here, he's pulling, right? I have to turn to him a little bit, scissor. If you can create space to rotate and spin, that's fine. But if your left arm gets stuck, you might have to go straight with this arm. So I'm pulling, I'm scissoring, you might have to go straight and then punch your arm straight, okay? So it's a real quick rotation, but what's the alternative? The alternative is he's pulling this really tight, he starts driving me down and I go belly down like this, which is much, much worse, right? So he's pulling it tight, I rotate towards him, I scissor, I can either elevate and roll out, or bring this arm up and then punch. Okay, so it's a real quick back exposure to unwind the gift wrap. Okay, any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3.